peeped a little bit the NBA All-Star game. I ain't really into it because that stuff is fake and generic and all, like hanging on the rim and shooting all the threes. But it was good to see the 75th anniversary of the players. Quite a few have departed since that time, and Kobe Bryant, recent memory, rest in peace to all those. But I wanted to take the time just to remember 30 years back when Magic Johnson played, and that was a special Sunday. I think I really watched that game, and it was sad too because we thought he was going to be a goner, and you had this sentiment, with HIV and AIDS, that was the, and the fact that he's still alive and well. Glad to still have him around. I don't always agree with some of his personal things that he says, but as a basketball player, I got a lifetime of memories and what he meant. And that new show coming on HBO that's gonna document the Showtime and all that. That's gonna be interesting for him and Dr. Jerry Buss and the whole Laker thing and that run. So that Showtime thing should be on HBO. That's coming up soon, so I'll peep that out. And I ain't trying to do no plugins for HBO, but I will peep that out. Magic was one of my favorite players ever. As a basketball player, I will always give that cat his due. And that All Star game 30 years ago, he was hitting shots, and it was great to have him out there for one. At that time, we thought maybe one last time, one last go around, because you just didn't know at the time, because that was a pandemic of its own epic proportions. He was a walking one man situation, and some players weren't cool with him playing. He did make an attempt. He came back in the season of 1995 after he coached the Lakers back in '94, but it wasn't the same. But more importantly, he's still amongst the living, and what he meant to so many generations of players and people in general. He really brought the magic. And for my money, and I'm gonna say this, much respect to Shaq leading the Lakers and Kobe and what they won, and I will LeBron what they won. But for me, Magic represented that Laker run. That was the best basketball I still have ever seen. Our closest comes to Golden State with what they did, but that Showtime, that was a party time. All due respect to Bird and Magic and all Bird and the Celtics and all that, and other successful teams, but they made it magical. And so, remembering him 30 years ago at the All Star game, and he went to the White House and had to deal with Bushy Boy Senior and all that, and they gave him a wake up call, but he gave us a reminder of why he was Magic. He came out there and put on a great display, and he got the All Star game in repeat. So just remembering Magic Johnson 30 years ago at the All Star game, because that was one of the last times that game still mattered. But they still was playing, but he was shooting. But you can't even watch these All Star games no more. But anyway, this is my thoughts and takes on Remember Magic All Star game 30 years ago. And if you remember it, please drop a comment, let me know. And I don't really talk about no NBA All Star games no more, but just to remember that being honored again and that he's still alive. Respect. Please hit the like, that, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and always take one day at a time. Be thankful, be blessed, be respectful. We out. Peace.